So Danny, what are the top 5 mistakes when starting TRT?
Welcome to this channel. I am Dr. Steven Devos, the lifting dermatologist, and this is my bro science hunting partner Danny Bossa. If you want to learn more about the most cutting edge science-based information in the world of hormone optimization, please like and subscribe.
Click the bell button to get notified.
I also invite you to join my other YouTube channel, The Lifting Dermatologist. The link you can find in the description of this video.
I would say top 5. The first, probably most popular mistake that we're seeing. Guys will come in the group, say, hi, I'm taking 50 milligrams of testosterone a week, or I'm taking 100 milligrams every 2 weeks, or I'm taking 150 milligrams every 3 weeks. I'm taking 200 milligrams once a month. I got to go to the doctor's office to take it. If you guys are doing anything like that, stop now and say to yourself, I'm doing it wrong, okay? The number one mistake that I'm going to see that guys are doing is typically they are not taking enough. Doctors are typically going by their labs. So after a couple of weeks, what's happening is you're giving yourself a tiny little dose that is going over and above your natural production. So after 4 weeks, if you do labs and you have that amount measured, your doctor's going to say, oh, now you've got healthy levels of testosterone. You're all good. The thing to keep in mind is after about a month, or maybe a little more, maybe less, but around that point, your natural levels are going to start getting suppressed because your body's natural production is going to shut down. It's completely normal. And all you're going to have left is the amount that you've been giving yourself exogenously. If that amount is not sufficient, you're not going to feel well, okay? The thing we see the most often is guys with doctors that are going in literally every 4 weeks, get bloods, make a small adjustment, get bloods, make it. You want to start a little higher up, okay? Typical starting dose, and I know you guys have reamed me every which way, 6 ways from Sunday about this, but I'm telling you right now what I'm about to say is not just my opinion. I've got at least 15 doctors that have told me the same thing. I'm just going to repeat what these 15 or so doctors have told me. These doctors typically start men on about 200 milligrams a week of injections, okay? Don't shoot the messenger. This is coming straight from progressive physicians that are doing this for a living and have tried every single possible way of doing it. And they're saying we start guys at 200 milligrams a week. We give it some time. We lower if we need to. Very rarely do we have to go up. That seems to be the dose that the vast majority of men are doing well on. Yes, we do have sometimes guys that only need 120 or 130, but the vast majority need a higher amount than that, okay? So number one mistake I would say is guys that are just not starting enough. So logically speaking, you're gonna say, I can start about 100 a week, in 4 weeks, go get labs, and then I got to go up, I'm going to go up, I'm going to go up, and doctor visit, lab, money, time. The forward-thinking doctors that we deal with say, hey, we want you guys to start feeling good soon, so we're going to put you at a higher dose right away, get those levels up, have those higher levels start having their effect as soon as possible, and then we can bring them down if required, okay? So that's number one rule. Number two rule is not taking it often enough. If you're on whatever dose you're on, let's say I'm taking 200, I am taking 200 milligrams a week, but I'm taking it once a week and I have issues. I know very few people that are doing well on once a week injections. There are, but they're a really tiny percentage, okay? The guys taking it twice a week, I've seen, Stephen, we've seen how many of those in the group taking a good dose. They're taking it twice a week. They're still having issues. If I take twice a week injections, my hormones fluctuate like crazy and I wind up with all kinds of issues, okay? I've got some really mild gyno that I had from before I started TRT. And that's my barometer, it's gonna sound silly, of is my protocol good or is it not? If I get lazy and I start going to 2 times a week, my hormones will start fluctuating because, I give myself my injection Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I go up again, and it's just up and down, up and down. That little lump that I have is gonna start to swell. And with me, I find that it swells when my hormones are fluctuating. If I give myself a daily shot, just a small daily shot every day, my levels stay consistent, and those little lumps, they just shrink right back down to where they were, and I don't have as many issues. Okay, so if you're taking twice a week injections or once a week injections, or even every second day injections, and you're still having issues, I don't know what's wrong. If you really want to troubleshoot this the right way, try to do daily injections. It's a pain in the ass. I get it. Sometimes, I'm going to take it in the morning. Sometimes I forget. I take it at night. But if I'm taking it daily, I can really get my weekly dose dialed in because I'm keeping those levels consistent throughout the week. There's no fluctuations. I don't wind up with any issues whatsoever. Libido stays great, erections, even acne. I find if I'm going twice a week, I get crazy acne in my back just from these variations in hormone levels. And if I'm doing it daily, I get very, very, very little. My complexion is like relatively clear. Okay. That is the best way to troubleshoot this stuff. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, no, but that's silly. Cypionate and NSAID have a 7 to 9 day half-life and so on and so forth. Yeah, I get it. It's got a long half-life. For some reason, when guys are taking this stuff daily, these issues go away. And I'm one of them. I can't do twice a week. I sure as hell can't do weekly. That's the second rule. Third mistake. Oh, if I get on TRT, I'm going to get gyno, I'm going to get water retention, I'm going to get bloat, I'm going to get moody, I'm going to want to cry at movies, blah, blah, blah. I need to take an AI. No, don't take an AI. If you take an AI, I swear to God, I'm going to don't take an AI. Just don't do it. You are raising your testosterone levels, and testosterone and estrogen stay in a ratio. They always will. If you raise one, it is absolutely normal for the other one to go up as well. And you don't want to look at this thing as a bad thing. Estrogen is a good thing. You want to have a libido, you want to have erections, okay? You need estrogen. If you think I'm wrong, crash your estrogen by taking an AI, take too much of it, get those levels tanked, and let's see how much libido and erections you have. You won't have any. If you bring them up a little bit, you might have a little bit more, but not enough. Let those levels go up to where they need to be and stay in a balance, in an equilibrium with your new testosterone level. And I guarantee you it will help with libido and erections. You might wind up with some water retention or a little bit of bloat or whatever at first when you're starting TRT because your hormones now are all over the place. Your body is trying to figure out what's going on, and it could take a good long while till your body figures out how everything works, okay? There are very, 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 very few people that I've met, really just one that I can think of that I don't even know if you really followed my advice, but there's one that insists that he needs it. Maybe he's the 1 in 10,000 or 1 in a million, I don't know. But if you would just see the number of emails that I get on a daily basis, it's crazy. And I'm not even a physician, by the way, okay? This is just, I'm sharing with you what I've learned, and I'm sure you was demonstrated to me. The number of emails that they say, I saw your video and you said not to try the AI and I weaned myself off and now, oh my God, I feel so much better and all my issues are going away. It's fantastic, okay? You gotta have some faith. If you are on an AI now, don't stop cold turkey, okay? I did that and no, not a good idea because you're gonna wind up now with everything just fluctuating too much. Wean yourself off the stuff really, really, really slow over many, 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 many weeks. Just take your sweet time until you're not taking any, just to minimize all those ups and downs. Mistake number 4, not waiting long enough. I don't know how many posts in the group I decline. Guys say, I started my TRT 2 weeks ago and my erections aren't any better. And I'm like, it's not like drinking an espresso where it's like, I'm tired, like I am right now, and I'm going to have an espresso and about 15 minutes later, I can be like, oh, wait, this is great. Testosterone does not work like that at all. Testosterone takes time to exert an effect. The first step is bringing those levels up. And once those levels are up, you got to give it the time for those new levels to have an effect in the body. This can take many, many weeks. It could take months. The longer you wait, the more benefits you're going to see. You should start seeing benefits after about a month and a half. You should start really starting to see some benefits. The 2-month mark, you'll feel more. The 3-month mark, you feel more. The 6-month mark, you feel more. A year later, it'll be like night and day. It's a gradual thing. So if you've been doing this thing just for a couple of weeks, and you're saying, you know, I don't think it's my dose that's wrong, or maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that, maybe I should change it. No, it's just something that's going to take a while. Okay. It takes a while. You just have to say to yourself, this is my protocol. I'm taking a good dose. I'm doing frequent administration. I'm not on an AI. Everything here makes sense. I'm going to set it and I'm going to forget it. I'm going to go live my life. I'm not going to analyze, oh, this morning, you know, I woke up and I kind of felt like I was a bit sad. Or last night, you know, my wife wanted to have sex, but I wasn't really into it. And, you know, I didn't really wake up with a morning wood this morning. So maybe it's and you're going to constantly breaking your head. Don't do that. Set it. Say, I'm going to put a note 6 to 8 weeks from now. And I'm going to look when that calendar entry shows up, like, okay, so how have I been feeling lately? I've been feeling good. I've been feeling not good. Have my issues been resolved? Maybe should I try a little bit more? Maybe I should try a little bit less. It could be a number of issues, a number of reasons. So not waiting long enough. Make sure you are patient with this stuff. This is a long-term process. This is not a quick fix, okay? If this was a quick fix and the guy says, you know, I've got no libido, and I got this hot girl coming over tonight. I want to have some libido, so I'll just give myself a shot at testosterone, and tonight I'll be like a raging bull. No, you know for a fact it doesn't work that way. And fifth mistake is constantly changing things in regards to your protocol. You're about a week in, 2 weeks in, it's not working. Maybe I need some more. You start adding some more. Oh, you know, this guy told me that DHEA is good. I'm going to throw that in too. Oh, this guy told me pregnenolone. I'm going to throw this in too. Oh, shit, I just realized my vitamin D is low. You know, I'm going to start adding some vitamin D. Oh, this guy said boron. If I take boron, it raises my, let me start taking some of that. If you're doing any of that stuff, forget it. You're going to be in these forums and in these groups looking for answers for the rest of your life till you're an old man, okay? Don't change anything. Commit to a protocol and say, I'm going to do that, whatever that is. Don't add too many things to the mix. Yes, I know that there's doctors that say you should start on DHEA and pregnenolone and vitamin D and all these things right away. And maybe they're right. For me, my career is logic, problem solving, rational thinking, critical thinking. That's what I'm good at. That's how I based my entire career on. And using critical thinking, I can't see how anybody can judge a protocol by throwing in a whole bunch of things into the mix all at once. Because if there's any issue, what's causing it? If there's a benefit, what's causing it? Is the benefit being caused by all these things combined in some kind of synergistic effect? Or is it, you know, one thing in particular? Maybe the other things are all irrelevant. How are you supposed to know? So I spent years trying to get this stuff figured out. And when I finally realized that everything I was doing was completely counterproductive, counterintuitive, and went completely against rational thinking, I said, okay, let's do this properly. I'm going to start just with testosterone. I'm going to do daily shots, won't take an AI, give myself a proper dose, and I'm going to wait 8 weeks. And after 8 weeks, I decided I had to bring it up a little bit more, brought up a little more, and I started feeling pretty good. I'm like, okay, this is good. This is great. All right. Am I changing anything now? I'm going to try some DHEA, and I threw in some DHEA. I gave that 6 to 8 weeks. You know, I said 25, let me try 50. I tried 50 and I was doing that for a while. I started breaking out in acne. So I was like, okay, 50 is maybe not a good idea. I'm going to bring it back to 25. I realized 25 with my dose of test was great. Did that for a little while. Okay, this is great. People are talking about pregnenolone. I tried pregnenolone and it just doesn't agree with me. Maybe I need a tiny little dose of stuff, but the standard doses that people use, forget it. Libido and everything is just gone for me. Some guys rave about it. Some guys don't. It's one of those things you can try and you say, maybe this is going to be great for me. Maybe it's not. Okay. So I tested that, was no good, got rid of it. And now I stuck to my protocol. That was it. You also saw the video I did about nandrolone. I had virtually every single issue of mine resolved, other than I had really bad back pain due to some compressed vertebrae. I started with a short-term test. I threw in 100 milligrams of nandrolone just to give that a try. Completely resolved my back pain. Now I've got it down to 50 milligrams. Back pain is still gone. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'll do labs once in a while, make sure that, you know, there's no real issues with blood health or, you know, my lipids or what have you. As long as I'm not seeing it really having an impact on my health, I'll probably stick to it. But that's pretty much top 5. Like I said, not taking enough, not taking injections frequently enough, or the cream. If If you're doing cream, obviously it's going to be daily due to short half-life. Ideally, you want to take that morning and night. Not taking AI, do not take an AI under any circumstances. Forget what you're reading in the bro science bodybuilder forums. Just don't take it. I know bodybuilders, pro bodybuilders right now that are not even taking AIs anymore with massive quantities of drugs. And they're also realizing that most of them don't need that either. Not waiting long enough for this stuff to take effect, and constantly changing your protocol is, I would say, those are my top 5.
Okay, very clear. Thanks, Danny.